as we launch Provident to stick to those same types of philosophies. This is about feedback and being positive and coaching kids who don't want to be in a different classroom, who don't want to be in 30 kids and I'm one. One teacher and 6 kids, that's powerful. We've got an amazing parent response here today and before this. Every open house we've had, this is the 4th. Every parent that I stop at this billboard and say, let me go over our program with you. X, Y, and Z. We're working on reading. Your kids will have direct math instruction. They will work with a teacher and they'll put their hands on math. They'll walk a number line. We take care of the homework here. That brings an emotional response in a very positive way to those families, some of whom are here today. It's powerful. It's powerful because our teachers are taking care of the homework and the academics so that when they get on the bus after a long school day, 8:15 to 4:15, when they get on that bus, it's about balance. They're going home to play soccer and go in the neighborhood and play with their friends. Have dinner, get a shower, rest, come back and do it all over again the next day. That is unique because it means to those parents who I've toured and through Karen Hancha has toured, that means we're taking care of the stuff that took 3 and 4 hours at the kitchen table. And everyone's struggling. And that goes from child and parent or guardian, and that, you know, like I do, it extends to the whole family. So thank you for being here and being part of this special day. I'll talk more later, I promise, ad nauseum. Not in this format, but individually. I want to introduce a special guest. I want to thank Mayor Bill Peduto and turn it over to him for just a moment. Thank you very much. Mayor Peduto.
Mr. Kossman, thank you for your perseverance. 6 years is a long time to wait on any project. Certainly one that has more to do with the goodness of the community than a profit. Most people would have walked away. Thanks for not doing that. Folks, I think you understand this. This is the only school of its kind in northeastern United States. The only charter school dedicated to helping kids reach their full potential. And for a lot of times, public schools have had a hard time being able to work with kids that have dyslexia. But there is something special about Pittsburgh that we can actually see and make it a priority so that all kids have a fair chance. And kids, you're going to love this school because you're going to have the opportunity to realize your full potential. And the parents and the smiles that you're seeing, that I'm seeing, I'm sure this is an amazing day. The day that you thought might not happen, it actually has. The day that your children have the opportunity to be anything they want to be. And that's what this school represents. This school stood here in Troy Hill for so many years. It could have easily been turned into condominiums or torn down and built into something else. But what a great testament that it will remain a place of education in this amazing neighborhood and give that same opportunity to educate so many students that came through these doors to all the children in Pittsburgh. So for that, I just wanted to stop up today to say thank you. Recognize Councilwoman Darlene Harris, who's here, who worked to make sure that this happened. And thank you very much for being behind the effort to make sure that this school's history will continue. So thank you, everyone who's involved in this amazing project. There can't be anything that's more important than the realization that every child has an opportunity to reach their full potential.
Thank you, Mayor Peduto, for being here on what is just a groundbreaking day for us. He left things in a way that I'll pick up. The thank yous. I will not speak as much as I did a moment ago, but there's some really important folks to thank. The members of our board for 6 years who persisted and persisted to get here to today. That doesn't happen by itself. That's persistence, and thank you all for helping us all be here to celebrate this today. We have a number of other friends and partners. We've got the Western Pennsylvania branch of the International Dyslexia Association. They've got a table in the back. They have been partners with Provident Charter School from day one and for 6 years to design the school that we know Western Pennsylvania needs. We have contractors everywhere who have helped and committed time and resources to this project. Are any of those folks here today? We had a number that I toured earlier, and I have a feeling the warmth got them away. So I will thank them. We also have a number of families who are here and who are not. Are there any family members here? Thank you for believing in this and believing in us. It is powerful, and when I talk about what the program is like and I see the response that you offer, I offer the same back to you, because this is moving and this is different. So thank you for your confidence. We will not let you down. Finally, I want to thank Troy Hill Citizens Group, who has welcomed us and embraced us with open arms. With that, I want to offer an invitation for the past board president, Tony Benvin, to come and say a couple words about what it means for us to be part of this community. With Tony, I'll introduce one of our students coming into the fall, Chucky. Tony, go ahead first.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Chucky, make sure you stand right here, look, and then you project toward Mr. Benvin as well as those folks. Thanks.
Make sure you speak loud. I don't hear anything.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, Mr. Can you please read us like we do?
Sure. I'll go ahead and read this. They asked me to read this. I have been, can I let them know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been clued in to read this. And just so you know, this is a text in which some letter substitution has been made. I'm supposed to read this, and the idea is to give everyone some idea of what it's like to read with dyslexia. When I agreed to do this, I told them that I would probably make a fool out of myself, and those people in the crowd who know me said, well, truth will out. So, but we'll give it our best shot. And again, I've seen the first sentence, so we're not going to count that. Would a text-only site be ideal for someone with a reading disorder? Hardly. You're not bad for I have no idea. They actually increase comprehension and miss something for the worst ambiences. You want me to go all the way through this?
No. Good. I think we're good.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for giving us.
One personal comment, if I may, having seen that and tried to read that, it kind of instantly takes me back to the early days of learning foreign language. It's one thing to learn the rules, and it's one thing to learn, stay there, don't leave. It's one thing to learn the rules, and it's one thing to be able to start putting simple sentences together. But the hard part really came when you were given your first text to read. And that's when the foreign language dictionary became your best friend, translating 3 or 4 words in a particular sentence, because by the time you were done leafing through the dictionary, no internet, remember, at that time, leafing through the dictionary, frankly, you forgot what the sentence was all about and had to go back and read it all over again. So that's exactly what this is like. Chucky, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I've been asked by the Provident School to say a few words on behalf of Troy Hill Citizens Board of Directors and our membership as well. I also happen to be a North Catholic alumnus, class of 68, 48 years ago. Longer than I care to remember. And that early language study took place right down the hall here, as a matter of fact. 48 years, how things have changed. The steel mills are gone. No more J&L, no more U.S. Steel. The USX Tower is now UPMC. And the Heinz plant has all been gone. And it's not even Heinz anymore. It's Del Monte now. When I grew up here, many Troy Hill residents worked for those companies. And in communities like this, schools have always had a special place in their neighborhoods. That's why to see a school building closed is an almost universally sad story, especially when a school like North Catholic has been a member of our community for over 70 years. In that same time, however, we've seen a lot of repurposing in Pittsburgh. Just across the river, the Armstrong Court Floor Factory has become renovated living space to take advantage of its proximity to downtown, and at the bottom of the hill, the Heinz Loft as well. How wonderful it is to see this building also being reused, and especially to be reused as a school once more. Not only does this continue the purpose for which the building was built, but with its curriculum focused on dyslexic students, Provident Charter School addresses a long and underserved segments of students in our Pittsburgh communities. On behalf of the Troy Hill Citizens Board of Directors, on behalf of our membership, on behalf of the entire Troy Hill community, and as someone who has himself benefited from an education within these walls, we welcome the faculty and staff of Provident Charter School and to our neighborhood. Please accept our best wishes for your early and continued success, along with our hopes that the long tradition of education at this location helps to inspire the faculty as they build a solid foundation for upcoming generations of students. Thank you.
So usually, everyone knows behind something like this, there is one. There is one visionary. There is one heartbeat that keeps this moving. It's not only the vision, though. It's the passion and the tenacity. 6 years does not happen by mistake, nor does it alone. But Curtis Kosman is the president of our board of directors. He is passionate about having a public school for these students. He is tenacious in his persistence to try to get this school open. He has been called a bulldog because of that tenacity. And his heart's in the right place. Please welcome Curtis Kosman.
They're about to cut the ribbon at school. I need a selfie. Oh, okay.
Thanks, everybody, for that.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out today and joining us on this momentous occasion for us. I'll try and keep it short and sweet. I just wanted to say what Provident Charter School means. And I can cite the charter law that we went through and all the things. Yeah, we're going to be a public school, and for the families that need us, we will teach the Common Core standards, and we will be a partner in the community. Those are all things that we're going to do anyway because it's the right thing to do. But Provident's very definition on motivation is for these kids is preparation for the future. Right? Let me say that again. We will prepare these kids for the future. We will take them, we will teach them, we'll give them the toolbox of skills for them to be successful and overcome whatever difficulties they may have as part of their education process. It is my sincere hope that our teachers, Brett, will help these kids explore all that education can provide them, find their passion, find their interests, so that they can be successful. That's what it's all about. Our kids are our future in Pittsburgh. You know, I think that says it all. Thank you. Yes.
So we're going to cut the ribbon.
Hey kids, let's get on the other side. Darlene, please. Councilman Harris.
All right.
I'll go this way.
Okay, let's pull this on.
I want a picture.
You want to? I'll send it to you.
Tony still love you?
I don't know.
Come on up.
It's interesting. You know? It's different. You sure? Okay. Can somebody hold this side too? Can you hold this side?
Can I help cut the ribbon with you?
Oh, thank you. And then I'm gonna go halfway and you get the second half, okay? And then I'll hold.
Alrighty. Are we ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, you got the rest.
So thank you all for coming. We've got one of our foundation books for all of our speakers, Overcoming Dyslexia by Sally Shaywitz. If you don't have it, go find it. This is part of who we are. So all of our speakers will have this. We will also have an Orton Gillingham sample lesson all the way down the hall on the right-hand side by one of our local experts. She'll be leading that in case anyone is interested. We also are in the job fair part of the event. So, if anyone's a certified teacher looking for a role in Provident, stop by the principal's office. Thank you for coming. Have a great night.